Hey everybody, stay tuned for the Chazman Show. We're going to go ahead and predict the outcome of opening weekend for Avengers Endgame. Stay tuned. Hey everybody, welcome back to the Chazman Show. My name is Chaz Riddle and this is the prediction show for Avengers Endgame. Today is Friday, April 12th, and we are 2 weeks away, 14 days from April 26th. Again, I'll reiterate, my mom turns 39 on April 26th, so make sure you send her a nice card, wish her happy birthday. Anyhow, as far as Avengers go, we got 2 weeks to wait. And I thought it'd be interesting if you knew what the predictions are. A lot of people are saying that Avengers opening weekend is going to bring in $300 million. That's a great guess, but you should probably know what we're going up against. First, this is the longest runtime of any Avengers movie to date. So, to give you some numbers, some little factoids here. When Avengers came out in 2012, the runtime was 2 hours and 22 minutes on 4,449 screens. Okay, it had an opening box office of $207 million and a total of $623 million with a worldwide $1.51 billion. So in the billion-dollar club. That is a milestone. Not too many movies out there. Is it Titanic type club? Is it Avatar type club? No. You're $1 billion away. That's a lot. That's a lot of money. May of 2015, we got Age of Ultron. Opening on 4,276 screens with a runtime of 2 hours and 21 minutes. It grossed on its opening weekend less than what the Avengers did. It fell down to $191 million on its opening weekend with a domestic gross of $459 million and a worldwide $1.405 billion. So still nice in the billion-dollar club, right? Both those run times right around 2.5 hours. Last year we got Avengers Infinity War. It opened up on 4,474 screens. It had a runtime of 2 hours and 36 minutes, so a little bit longer than the previous movies. And it, on its opening weekend, brought in $257.6 million, domestic gross $678 million, with a worldwide gross cracking the $2 billion club with $2.048 billion. Okay, so now we've got Avengers Endgame coming up. And if you haven't seen the latest trailer, take a look at it right now.
On April 26th. You know your teams, you know your missions. No mistakes. No do-overs. Look out for each other. This is the fight of our lives. He's pretty good.
You know, Rocket says it all, doesn't he? He says, he's good at that. And Ant-Man agrees. And that's what I love about that, because a lot of the other previews have been like misleading. Now we can see just through the costume changes for Rocket, the hair length through Black Widow. There's going to be some time jumps. And we also see, now I had a prediction earlier that Tony Stark hadn't actually made it to back to Earth, that he had died in space, but Nebula still came. And the reason I said that is because when they had one of the previews showed Tony walking in the white quantum suit, but he looked like he was digitally placed there. Well, looks like I'm wrong, but that doesn't mean I'm always wrong, just sometimes. But anyhow. Okay, so Infinity War was, what I said, $257 million on 4,474 screens. Runtime was 2 hours and 36 minutes. The predicted runtime for Endgame is 3 hours and 2 minutes. Now they haven't released how many screens it's going to be opening up on, but I can tell you this, if you were to go online right now, it would be very difficult for you to buy tickets where you're not sitting, you know, right up to the screen like that. There are a few places though, so I would say stay offline if you can and go to the movie theater and talk to them, see if they have anything available for you. My prediction is that as the movie draws closer, there's going to be more and more screens opening up. So like movies that just aren't doing very well that week, and there's really no competition on April 26th. Some of the screens are going to just go, they're going to default, and there'll be different runtimes for Infinity War, so you'll find a seat. I know I'm seeing it the 25th and the 26th. Yeah, I'm a geek. I'll see it twice, at least. Okay, but anyhow, so $257 million on Infinity War. Endgame, will it break 300 million? Well, that's the difference between 300 million and 257 million is $43 million. Okay, here's what it's up against. It's almost a half an hour longer than Infinity War. So that means there'll be less run times for that movie. Because you got to figure there's 25 minutes of just previews. In some theaters, there's 10 minutes of commercials. So take your 3 hours and add 35, 40 minutes to that. Okay? And then you got to factor in cleaning the movie theater in preparation for the next people coming, the next crowd coming in. So that's what Avengers Endgame is up against to break that 300 million. Now, on the flip side of that, while I don't think it's going to break that $300 million barrier on its opening weekend, I'm going to go out on a limb, and it's a very short limb, and say that Endgame breaks the $2 billion mark very easily. In fact, it'll break it by $200 million. So Infinity War did $2.048 billion. I'm saying Endgame's going to be $2.2 billion. So that's where my prediction is. You can put that in stone, guys. Okay, now locally, or more close at hand, opening this weekend, we got Hellboy. Now here's the thing. I was going to do a report for Hellboy, but after seeing the Rotten Tomatoes score, I figured I'd just save my money, and I think that's what's going to happen with a lot of people here. Hellboy has a Rotten Tomatoes score right now of 13% that opens today. So I'm going to skip that one. So you won't be getting a review from me, but there's plenty of YouTubers out there that'll give you their rundown on it. Everything I've seen so far, they're saying David Harbour does a good job. They're saying the movie doesn't make sense. I believe both stories, and that's good enough for me. I'll just wait. It'll come on Netflix soon enough. Missing Link opens up today. That has a Rotten Tomatoes of 88%. That's starring the voice of Hugh Jackman. Zach Galifianakis is the other main voice. We'll see how that does. And then also Little opens up. That's about the little girl who starts off as a CEO. She's a real pain in the ass, and then somebody wishes her to be little again so she could experience life through other people's eyes, and yada yada yada. You know, that whole Freaky Friday type thing. Yeah, well, I got a Rotten Tomatoes of 51%. When I do my recap on Monday, I say that Shazam still is going to retain its first place in the box office. Hellboy is going to do a little bit of damage because people are just wild about seeing him, but I still say Shazam is going to be number one. And that's it, guys. That's it for this video. I'll do another one on Monday. Until that time, have a great weekend. 14 days to Avengers Endgame, so plenty of time for you to get tickets and go out and buy a card for my mom's birthday. Anyhow, guys, have a great day. My name's Chaz Riddle. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.